Today I'll be working on 2008 Honda Civic. Nothing is actually wrong with the car per se. The owner just got it and he just want me to do a routine check on the system. One, we have a check engine light showing, but the car can start. The car can hear the noise. The car is on, can drive, can select. The last work that was done was the clutch system was fixed. So basically I'm just going to scan the system and see whatever other issues there may be. So I recommend it to the owner. My job is not to repair, my job is simply to diagnose. He can get his mechanic to have it fixed. Today we're not using the hotel. We're going to use a launch scanner. So I'll fix it and we'll continue. So the scanner I'm using has the same the software is in this particular phone I'm using to diagnose. So I will do a screen recording of the scanning process. So this is the vein. I will confirm if this is the current vein we have here. Okay. Yeah, the vein tally with the vein on the driver's door pillar. So now we're going to do a total head report. And the engine is off. So we are good to go. So it's just 2%. We are scanning all the system. Presently, the engine has 4 fault codes. So the result, the immobilizer is okay, the BCM is okay. We only have codes in the engine, the ABS, and the airbag system. So let us save this fault code. Let's generate a report of the code. So from our report, we have error 215. Engine temperature sensor circuit high voltage. It's a current code. Then we have the air fuel ratio sensor 1 heater circuit malfunction, and this is current. The sensor 2 high voltage is temporal. So we have basically the air fuel ratio sensor and the engine control temperature sensor for the engine. And for the ABS system 1, 2, 3, we have about 4 codes. Right front wheel speed sensor malfunction, right front wheel electrical noise or intermittent interruption, right front magnetic encoder malfunction, modulator control unit initial ignition low, then FC combus. So this fault rightly the right front, that means the front passenger tire, that is where you have all these issues, and this will come out whenever they change the shaft and maybe they didn't fix the teeth for the ABS. But I will still check the sensor, but I guess I will not be getting report from this sensor. Then for the airbag 40 power supply VA line, is also current. We'll do that, but first of all, let me do a live data stream for the oxygen sensor. Then the ET2 sensor, we'll check that. So let's go back before I will clear the error codes. We will have to drive this car. We will have to drive it to confirm something. Okay. So let's get all the functions scanned. Okay. Now actually, as you can see, the coolant temperature sensor, the first one is reading 62 degrees centigrade and this is reading minus. Definitely the problem is this sensor. The sensor is not getting any feedback, so that one is setting. We'll replace that. The other one is the oxygen sensor. Yeah, oxygen sensor 1 heater off, sensor 2 heater off. Okay, what I will just do, immobilize around. Okay, what I will just do, let me start the engine, then let's take some of this live data again. Let's manually select what we actually need. Now for a train, Honda, AF sensor, for ratio. So okay, for trim 1, you can see that the F sensor is reading 0.00 milliamp, which shows that the power consumption, no activity. When I rev the engine, no activity is still there. Now the FL ratio is reading 14.71, no activity even when I rev the engine, so it needs to be checked. Now we are going to be looking at the heater. The heater, you can see, is saying off. By now it ought to be on. You can see the one for the sensor 2 is on, and you can see activity. When I rev it, you can see there's activity, you know, the current, there's activity, but for heater 1 is off. So, and look at it, look at the current, there's no activity, and it's giving a steady value of 1. So it shows that these two, the two sensors will be checked. For the engine coolant temperature sensor, that one definitely will need to be replaced. For the F-wear ratio sensor, we will check if the problem is the circuit or the sensor. But let's go to the ABS system and see what we have there. The fault code you have in the ABS system, or what we saw, there's nothing different from the general report. It's the same. So we are going to get a live stream. Let's do an auto stream first, getting everything and see what it's like. The ABS indicator off. Of course, you can see that on the dash there's no ABS light on the dash. So the brake switch off, so everything says gauge. The phase safe relay on. Front inlet solenoid off, left outlet off. Okay, now we will need to check, we need to take the car for a test drive to actually see the sensors. So we'll do that, but let's go see the airbag system. So by the time we are taking it, we'll take it out to test drive. Let's go see the airbag system. So okay, turn the ignition off, turn the ignition on. So let's go to the airbag system. What fault code do we have? 40 power supply. I guess this is an intermittent fault code. I will clear these and let's see what happens. Fault code. So no fault code for that. So I'll leave here. Then for the ABS, let's clear the fault code and see what we have. Let's on switch off and on. Let's see what we still have here. Oh, it's saying no code for now. So we'll go to the engine, but I sure know that from the live data that I did, even if I clear this code, it's a matter of time it's going to return back. Okay, see, the code is already there. One as temporary, one's current. We definitely need to treat these two codes. We have all the ABS speed sensors. See, all of them are giving feedback signal. We have taken the car for a ride to see if there's any trouble code that will come up. So we just want to do a confirmation scan of all what we have done. Then let's see. Okay, now we are done with the scanning. You can see those other 14 come back, except for the fault code, the one that was there before we took the car for drive. The same thing that are there. ECT sensor 2, F ratio sensor 1, heater circuit malfunction. So we are going to sort out these two codes. The panel here. That's no diagram for it, you know. I'll find out which of them. But basically, all my findings as per scanning the car, we only have two sensors that needs attention: the engine control temperature sensor and the airflow ratio sensor. But that airflow ratio sensor, I think, is okay because we confirmed that there's no power. The ground gets there, there's no power there. So I assume the problem is with the circuit, not the sensor. So I think we are done with the diagnosis here. We've confirmed that all the wheel sensors for the ABS are working. After clearing the codes, it never came back. I guess those were old faults that was not cleared. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, like and share to Azan Arrest Auto.